And I just kind of follow the natural crease in my eyes. And again, because I'm doing my shop photos, I'm gonna go a little overboard on how big my wing is. Otherwise you won't see it in the photos. I apologize, my neighbor has decided to mow their lawn. They have mowed their lawn 7, 8 times in the past 3 weeks. And so we're all doing what we can to get by right now. And it does need to dry just a little. It's pretty wet. I do try to go all the way to my inner eye, but without getting it all over my bottom eye, which is really hard because my eyes are so hooded. Okay, so this eye is kind of okay. It's not great. Moving on to the next one, because kind of okay, not great is it's above my expectation for my makeup. It's hard to do this without doing the funny mouth thing. And so my winged liner never matches. No, what is the saying? Cousins, not sisters. That's acceptable. It'll do. Nobody's staring at my eyes that closely, and if you are, what are you doing, you creep? Next I do a powder, and you'll see where this all kind of gets worked out a little. Again, my face is so red right now that I really should have put some cold compresses on it before I started this. Oh good, the neighbor's gonna do stuff right outside the window. So I'm definitely covering up some of this sparkle, as you can tell, but it ends up being very subtle in the photos, and that's good. I use a lot of powder, a lot. I don't know, that's what I'm supposed to do. Who knows what they're really supposed to be doing right now? Any of us? I don't think so. We're all just doing the best we can. If you're wondering. Drunk Betty isn't too far off from sober Betty. Here we are. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. I'll probably do another layer later because I really layered on. Oh, also I am gonna do shop photos after this, so I always do my makeup in a robe because I don't want to have to pull something over my head and smudge the makeup. I also use a lot of setting spray, you'll see at the end here, and I use a lot of non-smudge products because when I do photos for the vintage shop, I have to try on and take off many items in a row, and I do not want to get my makeup, especially red lipstick, on these items that I'm selling. So I have found the most heavy-duty non-smudge lipstick that I can find to wear on days I do shop photos. I do have a red lip liner somewhere. I can't find it. So I'm just going to use this pinky one instead. Up until I was probably 35, I wore this very orange nude lipstick, and it was really terrible on me. I don't know why anybody, nobody said, Betty, that's really terrible lipstick on you, but that's probably because I wouldn't have cared if they told me that. I would have still used the lipstick. So I've lined my lips very lightly, and this is L'Oreal something or other. That's just the only lip liner I could find to use today. And I'm gonna do some mascara. I do false lashes a lot for photos. I've gotten pretty comfortable and confident putting them on, but I was out right now, and those are definitely not what I would consider essential items, so don't need them. Again, putting on mascara is not something I even attempted to do until I was in my 30s because I don't like having things near my eyes. But I do a little light coat on my bottom lashes, and I'm just using a Maybelline mascara. I really find that my lashes are so sparse and so thin and quite blonde, and they don't really show up. Like, I basically have no eyelashes until I put mascara on. But I still don't wear mascara very often. And I find that even like really expensive mascaras don't really do that much for my eyes, which is why I turn to false lashes when I'm gonna do photos. I don't know how to do this without making that face. Sorry, guys. Uh-oh. So I poked myself in the eye with it, which is always the concern. I have these. I can clean up a little. Another thing that happens a lot because my eyes are so deep set is that if I blink at all while I'm doing my lashes, I will get mascara all over this part of my eye, and it's really annoying. I'm going to use this eyeliner. It's 24/7 eyeliner. It's like a sparkly white. I'm going to use this on my inner eye because supposedly it makes them pop. I don't know if that's true, but I always do it because, like I said, I like to be a little glow stick disco ball. I like to use all the glittery things all the time. Okay, so that's done. My eyes are done. And now to do my lips. This was the lipstick I used last night. It's called Runway Red. But when I'm doing shop photos, I use this. It's from Collab, and it's called Blood Rush. And it is a pretty bright red color, and it sometimes doesn't look right with the outfits I'm doing, but I use it anyways because this does not come off, which also causes a problem because if I mess up, it doesn't come off, and I just have to stick with whatever I did wrong with my lips. And I'm really bad at doing liquid lipstick. Really bad. My lips are always crooked because I don't do them right. Okay. Top lip. It's the bottom lip that always causes an issue. So if I was using stuff that wasn't so non-smudge, I just kind of slap it on there. But because this stuff will stick no matter what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to be careful. So, see, I've kind of gotten off track there a little at the edges. That's it. That's how it's going to look. It doesn't matter what I do now. And then because I don't want red lipstick on my teeth, always do a little like that. Okay. I've gotten a little crooked. I'm gonna try to touch it up. We'll see. See, this is where it always ends up messing up because I get it crooked and then I'm trying to fix one side and then I have to fix the other side and then, and then I end up with my lips that don't look even remotely like my lips. There we go. I think that looks okay. So I think I've done everything that I usually do. Oh, I like to finish off with just a little more powder, which I know, gross, right? And the point of that is it ends up being quite thick. Like, I am layers of makeup into this, y'all. And it ends up being quite thick, but for the sake of photos, it's kind of okay that it's thick like that. I kind of want it to be that way. Use a little bit more highlighter. I like to do a little here, a little here, and then down the middle. I don't know why I think that's a good idea. I think I saw it in a video once. And I actually have kind of a wide nose, and I hate it in photos. And if I was any better at contouring, I would try to like disguise my nose, but I'm not. And then I'm just gonna blend a little. Okay, and that's it. I'm done with my makeup. We're gonna do a spritz of setting spray. A lot of setting spray because I don't want my makeup to get on any of my items of clothing. And now I have, I did pin curls in my hair last night and I brushed them out today. I've still kept these in so that they can set a little longer because they were still a little wet this morning. And I'm going to take those out now. My hair is very thick, and when it's longer it can be wavy, but I have intensely damaged it by bleaching it too much, and as a result it's pretty frazzled. So I do pin curls and I do heat curls on it, but once I take out the pin curls, I just kind of finger brush a little. I also am weirdly, like, I know that volume is what you're going for in a lot of styles, but for some reason I always flatten my hair, even though I know it doesn't look great. I'm just gonna do a little twisty on the side like this, and a little poof up. This is my lazy version of a vintage hairstyle. There are some beautiful pinup models who do some fabulous vintage hairstyles, but that's not really my life. I'm a little lazy, and I like what I like, and that's okay. And then I do this one up here. I'm gonna leave enough that I have some face framing going on, because that's the look I want to go for here. And I'm just gonna fingers a little more. What I'm aiming for with this is some 1940s inspired waves around my face. It doesn't always turn out that way. I get to put my glasses back on finally, and I'm done. That's my makeup. And again, that's not makeup that I do on a daily basis. That's makeup that I do maybe 2 or 3 times a month when I'm doing shop photos. I'm a little glittery disco ball.